Consider this. How does state power intertwine with the control and manipulation of information? This question invites us into a complex web where information is not just a tool, but a potent weapon in the arsenal of state power. The power of information goes beyond the confines of borders, shaping public perceptions, influencing international relations, and even swaying the outcomes of conflicts. It's a battlefield where nations wrestle for control, not through conventional warfare, but by weaving narratives and controlling the flow of information. In this arena, two influential works stand as beacons: Richard Stengel's Information Wars and Like War by P.W. Singer and Emerson T. Brooking. They delve deep into the intricate dynamics of information as a contemporary instrument of state power, painting a vivid picture of the modern battlefield where information is weaponized. To understand the depth of this issue, let's dive into the key concepts presented in these two influential works. Richard Stengel's Information Wars provides a unique perspective on the global battle against disinformation. The book is a hard-hitting revelation of how disinformation has become a potent tool in the arsenal of state power. It's a tale of the modern era where the battlefield is not confined to land, sea, or air, but has permeated the realm of information and perception. Stengel presents a compelling argument that states are increasingly using disinformation as a strategic weapon. It's not just about spreading false information. It's about crafting narratives, muddying the waters of truth, and manipulating public perception to advance national interests and agendas. In this context, information becomes a double-edged sword. It can enlighten, but it can also deceive. Think about the chessboard of geopolitics. The pawns, the knights, the rooks, they're all dancing to the tune of disinformation. It's a game where states are not only trying to advance their agendas, but also seeking to destabilize their adversaries. They plant seeds of doubt, create confusion, and fuel conflict, all under the cloak of plausible deniability. Let's take a step back and consider this. In an age where information is at everyone's fingertips, the power to shape that information is the power to shape reality. That's the essence of Stengel's argument. The manipulation of information has become a battlefield in its own right, a theater of war where states vie for control over narratives and perceptions. As we delve deeper into the age of digital diplomacy and information warfare, we must be acutely aware of this new reality. The battle isn't just over territory or resources, it's over minds, it's over truth. As Stengel argues, the manipulation of information has become a battlefield in its own right. In Like War, P.W. Singer and Emerson T. Brooking explore another facet of this issue: the weaponization of social media. They delve into the heart of how the digital realm has evolved into a battleground of information warfare. This new age conflict isn't fought with tanks and missiles, but with tweets, shares, and likes. Social media platforms, they argue, have become arenas for battles of influence and manipulation. They're no longer just spaces to share cat videos or holiday snaps. Instead, they've transformed into tools of power, wielded by states and non-state actors alike to advance their own interests. Through these platforms, information is weaponized in a variety of ways. Propaganda, once broadcasted through traditional media, now finds its way into our pockets, popping up on our social media feeds, subtly shaping our perceptions. But it's not just about spreading one's own narrative. It's also about sowing discord among the enemy. By amplifying divisive issues, state actors can stir up internal conflict, weakening their adversaries from within. And then, there's psychological warfare. By manipulating emotions and beliefs, these actors can influence behavior, steering public opinion to their advantage. It's a game of hearts and minds, played out on the screens of billions. But it's not just the players that are changing. The rules of the game are evolving too. In this new battlefield, a post's virality can have far-reaching impacts, and a trending hashtag can spark a global movement. As Singer and Brooking illustrate, the digital realm has become a new frontier for state conflict. The weapons might be different, but the stakes are as high as ever. Social media, in their hands, isn't just about connection, it's about control. Now let's consider a real-world example of these concepts in action: China's use of strategic communication. China has adeptly used information as a tool of state power, crafting strategic narratives to advance its interests. This is evident in its diplomatic engagements, where it employs a carefully calibrated mix of assertiveness and conciliation to shape global perceptions. For instance, during high-level talks with the United States, China has been known to articulate its stance firmly while also expressing a willingness to build mutually beneficial trade relations. Moreover, China's communication strategy extends to managing international crises. It releases information about its strategic oil reserves based on its needs, demonstrating its control over vital resources. China also leverages its relationships with nations such as Iran, using strategic communication to strengthen ties and exert influence. By congratulating Iran's new president, China not only emphasized its partnership with Iran, but also showcased its diplomatic prowess to the world. In the realm of social media, China uses its state-run outlets to broadcast its perspectives, shaping the narrative in its favor. This is a classic example of the weaponization of information, where narratives are shaped and disseminated to exert influence and control. As we can see, information is not just a tool, it's a weapon, wielded with precision by states like China. So, what have we learned about the role of information in state power? Well, we've journeyed through the realm of information warfare and the role it plays as an instrument of national power. We've seen how states like China employ strategic communication to advance their interests, furthering their reach and impact on a global scale. We've also delved into the global battle against disinformation, understanding how it can distort realities, manipulate perceptions, and influence the course of events. Remember, this isn't just about nations. It's about us, the citizens, being able to discern the truth in a world where facts can be as elusive as shadows. Moreover, we've explored the weaponization of social media, an arena where information and disinformation dance a dangerous tango. It's an ever-evolving battlefield which requires us to constantly adapt, learn, and grow. In this age of information, the lines between truth and falsehood can blur to indistinguishable levels. It's a challenging landscape, but one we must navigate with vigilance, critical thinking, and an insatiable curiosity. In the battle for truth, knowledge is our greatest weapon. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and keep questioning.